Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson won American Idol in 2002. The prize? $1 million and a recording contract that would make her a star. Except the contract was designed to control her.
It's incredible. I'm being funny, but it's an incredible thing. Like, not many artists are ever gonna see that, if any. So how did you celebrate?
The label told her to shut up and sing. They called her a shitty writer. They offered her $10 million to delete 5 songs she wrote from her album. She said no. They sabotaged her tour, belittled her music in front of the entire company. And when she finally broke free 13 years later, they acted like they'd done her a favor. This is the real story of why American Idol and RCA Records wanted Kelly Clarkson to fail.
I was destroyed, like on the ground, like crying.
September 4th, 2002, Kelly Clarkson stood on stage at the Kodak Theater in Hollywood. She was a 20-year-old cocktail waitress from Burleson, Texas, who just won the first season of American Idol. She beat Justin Guarini with 58% of the vote. Over 15 million people called in. When Ryan Seacrest announced her name, she didn't even hear it. I didn't actually hear them say, "I won," she said later. She sang A Moment Like This through tears. The song jumped from number 60 to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, breaking a 38-year-old record held by the Beatles. It became the best-selling single of 2002 in the United States.
What are your most fond memories of Idol? Because people always ask me about American Idol, and sometimes I'm like, sometimes I don't remember. Like, if you think 20 years back in your career and you go, huh?
Yeah.
Like, some of it's hard.
Well, it's wild because we got shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
But I love just being around and the fact that we were at the beginning of things, so
and we didn't
nobody
know.
knew what was up. Yeah. The stakes weren't super high for us.
That was pretty cool, actually.
Yes, it was. And then we got to hang out so much. And I can tell you this, if you ever have the chance to see Kelly and she ever says, "Hey, do you want to play a card game?" Don't.
I've always been competitive.
She's a killer.
Kelly thought she'd won the lottery, but what she actually won was a trap. Immediately after winning, Kelly signed a recording contract with RCA Records' 19 Recordings and S Records. The contracts were arranged by Simon Fuller, who created American Idol, and Clive Davis, the legendary music mogul who was supposed to executive produce her debut album. Kelly didn't know it yet, but she just signed away control of her career for the next 13 years. The contract tied her to up to 6 studio albums. She also got a management contract with 19 Entertainment, which was also controlled by Fuller. Everything was connected. Everything was controlled.
I had this. Yeah, I think we took it out of the interview, but I had so many I was interviewing someone during this whole time for me for the show. Hilariously enough, they're getting divorced now, but whatever. But they kind of shamed me.
Kelly was 20 years old and she had no idea what she'd agreed to. The problem started immediately. Kelly later described the first season of Idol as ghetto. Nobody knew what to do, she said in a 2012 interview. The show was ever-changing every day. They did 1 season of Pop Idol in the UK, but America is a very different market. They dropped us off in a mall and said, "Find some clothes to wear on national television. I am maybe the closest to white trash you can get. What do I buy? White pants, I guess. I definitely looked like a cocktail waitress, but the fashion disasters were nothing compared to what came next." In June 2003, Kelly and Justin Guarini were forced to star in a movie called From Justin to Kelly. It was a musical romantic comedy. It bombed at the box office. Critics destroyed it. It was later nominated for a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Musical of the first 25 years. Kelly was humiliated. She told people she was contractually obligated to do the film and didn't like it. That's code for I had no choice.
Would like to see you two together? I mean, if it was they had their way, because you make a lovely couple.
My parents love Kelly. Happy.
Yeah.
Just happy, all right.
Yeah.
So you're both single. Are you either of you dating anyone?
Well, this is the funny thing. Even if I had a boyfriend, why would I tell the world?
Yeah, exactly.
Just so they could snoop around in my stuff? I wouldn't tell anyone.
But Kelly's real problems were with the music. Her debut album, Thankful, came out in April 2003. It hit number 1 and sold well. But Kelly hated the process. She wanted to write her own songs. She wanted creative control. The label said no. When Kelly wrote a song called Because of You for her second album, Breakaway, Clive Davis called her into a meeting. A group of men sat around a young woman and bullied her. Kelly said years later, "I was told that was a shitty song because it didn't rhyme. I was told I should shut up and sing. Davis didn't want Because of You on the album. He thought it was terrible." Kelly fought back and won. The song became one of her biggest hits. It went to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. Because of You proved Kelly was right, but Davis never admitted it.
9 other people that I know I can count on and talk to, you know, because we all kind of grew up in it together, so yeah.
Very good.
What's your favorite reality show other than American Idol? What's your favorite reality show?
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. I'd have to say
Things exploded in 2007 with her third album, My December. Kelly wrote or co-wrote every single song on the album. It was dark, it was personal, it was rock influenced. She called it free therapy. The album dealt with her burnout, her frustration, and her pain. One song called Irvin was about when she was in Irvin, California, and canceled an event to meet fans because she was so burned out. Kelly poured her heart into My December. Clive Davis hated it. According to reports, Davis was dissatisfied with the album and wanted Kelly to make significant changes. Some rumors said he wanted to delete the entire album and have her record all new material. Kelly refused. Then Davis made an offer. According to Elle magazine, Davis offered Kelly $10 million to remove 5 songs from the album in favor of 5 more radio-friendly songs of his choosing. One of the songs he wanted to add was Black Hole, which had appeared on Lindsay Lohan's album. Kelly turned down the $10 million. "I'm going to be real honest with you," Kelly told USA Weekend. "I am not a fan. I do respect him, but I don't want to barbecue with him." The war went public.
Have you ever run into Clive Davis since he released his memoir with all of his untrue stories about you?
Wait, he has a memoir with stories about me?
Yeah.
Well, Brooke, I can finally tell you once and for all whether or not it's true that Kelly Clarkson had a knockdown, drag-out battle with her music boss, who reportedly disliked her album so much he basically wanted to toss it in the garbage, not ever put it out. The reason I can tell you is because I spoke with Kelly today, and she sets the record straight for us coming up. Well, all right, you've heard the rumors, you've heard the buzz. Tonight, only Showbiz Tonight is going to reveal once and for all to you whether it is true that Kelly Clarkson had a knockdown, drag-out battle with one of the most powerful chiefs in the music business, who supposedly disliked her new album so much that he wanted to toss it into the garbage. Well, I spoke with Kelly Clarkson today. She set the record straight. You'll hear what she told me.
Davis stood up at a company convention in front of the entire RCA staff and belittled Kelly and her music. He essentially sabotaged the album before it even came out. During the American Idol season 6 finale in May 2007, Davis took the podium to speak. He was supposed to promote Kelly's new album. Instead, he spent his time praising professional songwriters and didn't mention My December at all. It was a slap in the face on live television. The message was clear. If you don't play by our rules, we will destroy you. Kelly's tour got canceled. Her manager got fired. The album still debuted at number 4 and sold 291,000 copies in its first week. It eventually went platinum, selling over 1 million copies in the US. But it could have done so much more if the label had supported it instead of trying to kill it. The fight continued for years. In 2013, Davis released his memoir, The Soundtrack of My Life. In it, he claimed Kelly burst into hysterical sobbing in his office when he demanded, "Since you been gone, be on Breakaway." He also said, My December wasn't successful because Kelly co-wrote it and it didn't have pop hits. Kelly fired back with an open letter, so I just heard Clive Davis is releasing a memoir and spreading false information about me and my music, she wrote. I refuse to be bullied and I just have to clear up his memory lapses and misinformation for myself and for my fans. It feels like a violation. Growing up is awesome because you learn you don't have to cower to anyone, even Clive Davis. Kelly said Davis was mixing up his stories. She didn't cry over Since You Been Gone. She cried over Because of You when Davis told her it was a shitty song. She also called out Davis for leaving out a crucial detail. He doesn't mention how he stood up in front of his company at a convention and belittled me and my music and completely sabotaged the entire project she wrote. It never had a chance to reach its full potential. My December was an album I needed to make for myself for many reasons, and the fact that I was so completely disregarded and disrespected was so disheartening, there really aren't words to explain. Davis responded with a statement saying he had every fact checked by 5 independent individuals. Translation, he wasn't backing down. Kelly stayed with RCA for 13 years. She released 7 studio albums under the contract she won on American Idol. 3 of them hit #1. She won 3 Grammy Awards. She sold over 25 million albums worldwide. In 2015, she finally fulfilled her contract with the release of Piece by Piece, her 7th album. She was finally free. Kelly immediately signed with Atlantic Records, where she was promised the artistic freedom she'd craved for over a decade. "It's just the first record I've made that I didn't call my mother wanting to quit," Kelly told Variety in 2017. "And I'm not a baby, y'all. I'm strong. There are songs about it. I'm a very powerful, confident woman, but at the same time, you just feel beaten down." Looking back, Kelly said she was excited when she found out Clive Davis was taking over RCA in 2004. "You have no idea how excited I was," she told Variety. "It's like meeting someone you've idolized since you were a kid and being let down." That's the tragedy of Kelly's story. She didn't go into the industry cynical. She went in hopeful. She wanted to work with legends. She wanted to make great music. Instead, she spent 13 years fighting for the right to write her own songs, the right to have a voice, the right to be treated like an artist instead of a product.